All right, guys, this is me again. This is Emmett the Alpha Builder. I just got finished working really hard, guys. But that's what I want to talk about today, guys. One thing, so we got the roof package on this right here structure here. So we got the roof package just came in. Well, it came in a couple of days ago, and guys, you got to get that invoice. So this is the invoice that they send me with the roof package. It's got every last one of the items, as you can see right here. Every last one of the items that they said that they shipped here. So I'll be honest with you, you have got to come out and count everything, guys. Everything is a count. You count, make sure they got everything here, guys. I'm really, to be honest with you, I'm very impressed with these guys. Brown Lumber, you guys are building in the Alabama area. I would say that Brown Lumber is probably the go-to. I think they're probably the #1 go-to. And the reason that I say that is because #1, they also do a red line. You know, that's complimentary from them. A red line set of plans, which is undefeated. And you guys can look at some of my earlier videos about the red lines. But guys, you want to make sure you count every item here. So guys, we got a bunch of rafters here. Some of these 2x6s and 2x8s. These things are gonna run you about, it'll be 28 feet long. So sometimes what I have to do is I have to get down up here and lay on my stomach and get up under here and get all of them. I had to count all that stuff right there, guys. Get my tape measure and come count everything. And typically the stuff, when you see the straps on it, that means this is what they sent. This is what they delivered. So you wanna get this stuff counted up before your framers come out here and pop these straps. When they pop those straps, you know, you don't know what they snatched off of there. But this is what we got. This is my last package that I'm gonna need for the most part for this right here job site. Lumber package, last major lumber package, which is that. And that's gonna take care of the roof, guys. So, you know, they're gonna get the walls and stuff up, you know, probably this week, and we'll probably get the roof up maybe the following week, man. You know, the roof is, to be honest with you, that roof is what makes framers framers. Now, guys, let me say this right here. This video is about counting. This video is not, you know, I walk people through the house. I think I did another video, and you got people out there, man. I don't know. Just some people just like that, man. They like to find problems. They like to go through and, aha, you did that wrong. I zoomed in on this right here part of the header right here, and you didn't have enough lumber right there. Guys, let me just tell you this right here. What you're gonna do, you don't wanna go through and nitpick your framers while they're framing. Now, some things, like when you're dealing with these LVL beams like this right here, like this stuff right here, yeah, man, you wanna try to make sure that that stuff is right. You know, like up here, man, I had a couple of 2x12 that they didn't have the plans, but that was totally my fault. But right here, right up here, they didn't have those 2x12s up there. They had 2x10s, which is the default. And that was my fault because I didn't have the plans. Typically, when you do headers, you typically just gonna do a 2x12. But guys, here's the thing, man. Especially on your engineered lumber, there is the engineered plans tells you how much lumber. Y'all get this, understand this now. If you got a header, like this header right here, so this header right here, if you got a header, it tells you how much lumber should go up under that header. It tells you the thickness. It tells you how much lumber you need to have. They call that the bearing. Guys, before you start critiquing the framing, we're not finished. What we do is before the MEPs, the mechanical, electrical, plumbers come in, I'm gonna walk through this thing with some red paint, and I'm gonna mark all the problems. We let these guys finish what they're gonna do. Let them finish what they're gonna do what they're gonna do, and then I go through, and if there's any problems, I mark the problems with some red paint, and those are my punch items, guys. So your framing actually have a punch, just like your regular punch out at the end of the house. You punch out through the framing. You go through and you say, hey, this right here needs to be done. And then I get the engineered plans, I get everything, and I check everything. It takes me a whole day to do it. So some of you, I guess, naysayers that come in and, you did that wrong. That's not right. Well, you don't have enough space right here. Guys, all that stuff will get taken out. But this right here video is about counting. You've got to count your lumber. You got to make sure that you're being charged for the right amount. You got to make sure that everything is here. This is the lumber that came in today. I sat here. It took me about an hour, guys. When my guys got out here, it took me about an hour to make sure, because you got lumber up under lumber. When they drop these things off, you don't know where these guys are going to put this stuff at. And most of the stuff that you're looking for, they put it up under the pile, man. So you got to crawl up in there and count everything. This is what it takes. Then you go through here, man, you know, everything, man. You go through this whole lumber package. You better have your tape measure with you, too. Make sure you have your tape measure with you. Preferably, especially when you're dealing with the roof, you might need a 30-foot tape measure, because some of the rafters that we have are going to be 28 feet long. Make sure all that stuff is there. Make sure they got the red line plan. And this right here, guys, this is lumber that we had. I got this right here. This is lumber that we had left over. I got a little, we creating a little pile over here. And I got a little pile over there. Just lumber that we're gonna you can kind of see it right here. Lumber that we got left over. Man, we got more than enough lumber. I'll be sending a lot of lumber back. Just amazing. So this right here is a little pile right over here of lumber that we got left over. Guys, we got more than enough. More than enough lumber. And it's based on those red lines. Now, one thing you got to make sure, man, when they're cutting these stringers, guys, you want to make sure you check that out. And you want to be, when they're cutting stringers, you got to make sure that the flooring that you're going to use, guys, the flooring that you're going to use is consistent. The code gives you, you can't step up more than those stringers. I think it's 7 3/4. So 7 1/2 is kind of like the go-to, but 7 3/4, you got to make sure that you guys, when they cut those stringers, they cut them right. They get them right, guys. So those are the things that you want to check out. But if you get anything out of this video right here, man, count, count, count. And you guys have a good day. Thanks.